Hi, this video will cover how you can build trends and trend grid reports in Easy Insight. First, let's take a look at trend reports. We'll go ahead and choose the trend report type. Next, we'll go ahead and choose a couple of different measures to track trends for. We'll choose total sales, and then we'll choose something totally different. We'll choose purchase order amount. So now we're seeing two different measures, the total sales and the PO total. We'll click on Setup Trend Filters. We have two options here. We can have a filter that automatically compares to a previous interval, or we can create two different date filters. For this, we'll go ahead and do the comparison to the previous interval. Next, we can choose either a rolling or an absolute time window. We'll go ahead and do rolling for this first example. Now with our new filter, we can filter it down to show, for example, the last full month worth of data. Now, there's a problem here. What date is each one using? It doesn't really know at the moment. And say it because the sales data is going to use an order date, whereas the purchase order is going to use the purchase order date. To determine which date is used, click on Select Trend Date, then choose the relevant date field. So for sales, we'll open up Revenue and COGS Details and choose Order Date. For the purchase orders, we'll go ahead and choose the purchase date. We'll go ahead and click on Refresh and do Refresh the Report. Now we have the sales amount and the purchase amount as filtered values there. This trend report can be useful as like an initial top report on the first page of a dashboard, the first page of a dashboard section, someplace where you need like high-level visibility into those numbers. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at a trend grid. For this, we'll go ahead and choose the report type, and we'll go ahead and do trend grid. For this one, we'll need to go ahead and choose a grouping. So for example, we could choose the sales rep associated to the order. We'll go ahead and choose a measure. So we can choose total sales. Again, we're going to go ahead and do Setup Trend Filters. We'll do the same compare to previous interval. This time we'll go ahead and do absolutes to see how that works a little differently. But we'll still have it do default to the last full month. We'll go ahead and choose order date as our default date again. Refresh the report. And now with the trend grid, we have each sales rep. We have their sales in the current period, which is defined by this filter. So showing in this case the data for March of 2025. We have the amount in February of 2025, the percent change between those, and we have the amount in the same period of the previous year and the percent change from there. Additional configuration options are available under Configuration, Report Properties, and Formatting. Here we can specify certain colors for ranges depending on if it's above or below the percentage. We can add a summary row. We can turn off the last year so it only compares to the previous period, and so on. Hopefully you will find the trends and trend grids to be useful additions to your reporting.